Вітаю, шановні. Так, пригоди по Візантії продовжуються. Заблукали ми на... Откуда ти знаєш? У нас тут псячі бої. Чи псидівські бої, я не знаю, як вірно, це вони називають їх псидами. Так, але ми прийшли сюди не за цим, щоб битися собаками, або заробляти на них гроші. Так. Так, у мене тут квестик. Угу. Червоне щось там гуляє. Так, хвилинку, де? Ну окей. Нам до цього чувачка. Бармен. Це типу кухня.
Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
Ні. А що? Гроші?
Good instincts. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Ну, можливо. Так. А.
What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant
Місцевий Арестович.
I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mostly.
Так.
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
Не те ж саме.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice. Let the past go. Live in the moment.
Ага.
Enjoy the party.
Так я і розважаюся, живу сучасним моментом. Момент настав розібратися. Так. Ага. Так.
I left Gorgon behind for a reason. Several reasons, in fact. Corporate sabotage, abnormally high fatality rates, and the Marauders. We buried Project Gorgon for good. Don't go digging up its grave. You seem like you're in the margin of competence for a freelancer. Find yourself some better work.
Не хочу. Так. Давай перш.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Так. Оце нормальний варіант. Завжди працює.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
Так давай його похоронимо нормально, що ти починаєш? О, це нормальний варіант.
I want a favor from you. Do something for me and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on
Ой,
mutual
щось
trust.
захоче від мене.
A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
Ой, ти дурний. Ну окей.
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior
Але
to
просрала
every
твоя
other
собака, я
Canid in
розумію.
this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
Він настільки крутий, що навіть не прийшов на бій. Угу, розумію, я всіх переграв. Оце точно, ось. Давай.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
І що?
Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results.
А нахіра мені розмовляти з цією жінкою? Вона мені ключ дасть якийсь? Що таке? Що за прикол? У мене така широка рама, що я не міг пройти? Нічого собі. Так.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Капець. Бійка пуделів, бля. Угу.
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
Жесть. Так, а що у вас тут? О, можна з камбуни здити. Руку засунув, хоп-хоп-хоп, і все, твоє. А ось і він. Ага, і там охоронець ходить. Бачу, бачу. І мені можна взяти. Це мій внесок. На засобі. Ну окей. Так легко і просто. Серйозно? Нащо йому ти? Я не знаю, дебілізм якийсь. Хоча тут всі такі трохи притрушені. Так. Оу. Ну, а що поробиш, треба брати. О-хо-хо-хо, давай. Так. Тут нічого. Починка. Не треба. І все інше зроблено. Угу. Давай, F5. Що там у вас? Охоронці ходять. Якось дивно. А, може то роботи. Так, це у нас... Ага. А тут... Давай. Музичка? Прикольно. А...
Security patrol initiated.
Позаду підкралася до нього. Музика скінчилась. Ну що таке, а? А що там в нього було? А чого ти вмер? Тобто йшов, чпок і все. Як так? О, подарунок мені. Так. Ну що не кажи, а... їхня... Як його? Столиця така багата, до речі. Що у вас? Так. Нагору? А навіщо? А навіщо було обходити оце все? Ну, тобто, який сенс? Для чого? А це щоб прокрастися? Runner up. Тю. Ясно. Так. Нічого нема. Ну серйозно. Нафіга оце все? Просто так? Ні, ну нехай буде, я ж не проти, просто якось дивно. Так. О! Ой-ой-ой, барахла. Так, і на вихід. Угу. Зламався калькулятор. Так, все, нічого. Двері. Та нормально все. Я 100 разів так робив.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Так. І продати його. Ну. Грошей в мене більш, чим треба. А, хлам. Нормас. Ну все.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite. Dead canids in the service tunnels. Domesticated canids?
Ага.
Why, that's utterly revolting.
І не кажи. Хіба не жах? Я ж кажу, що жах.
Good. I should hate to think I've misjudged your character. Every canid, regardless of their physical attributes, is a companion to their master. To kill a companion is a profound and unforgivable breach of trust. I'm glad I chose not to participate in this loathsome canid review. I will, however, take their trophy.
Та забирай.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
Так.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record. I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Так.
What's on your mind? My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Так.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry.
Це я вже знаю.
Access to those facilities requires authorizations from two senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
Медична орбітальна станція? Серйозно?
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
Так.
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only two surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Ну, окей.
I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that colorful metaphor commoners use? A wild sprat chase? Remember, this is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. Their security protocols are just as inefficient and frustrating as their manufacturing.
Ага. Ти ж сам там працював. Ну, давай.
Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan. You did fetch a trophy for my little Laplace. Technically, that makes you my canid servant. And by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility.
Ого, реально, ого.
No need to sound so astonished.
Та ні, я вже йшов.
Was there anything else?
Можна йти, в принципі. Так. У цьому будинку нас вже нічого не тримає. Так. А там що?
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Угу.
Sure you are.
А,
What is it you're delivering
у
today?
міністра спаси. Ну атакувати.
Typical. Why don't you come back when you're ready to actually make a delivery?
Не будемо махатися у місті. Мені ще столицю вирізати не хочеться. А, це такий ефект. Прикольно. Так, а мені... Ля, прибирає, а? Так, хвилинку. Це мене назад відправи. Не підходить. Угу. Теж не те. Пройди, не стривай. А де по карті? Прямо. Прямо і туди. А цей. Угу, після цього. Так. Хвилинку. А це де? Куди? Вниз. Цікаво. Але не зараз. Так, давай. Основний. Стривай. А, ми ще цей не подивилися. Це під кінець аж. Так. Це у нас... Це назад. А ти у нас... О, тут поряд. Сюди. Стривай. Прямо, а потім сюди. Угу. Бляха, доведеться міняти.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets,
Ежегодний...
revenue streams,
Ага.
and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report.
Ну, тут особливо брати нема чого.
Promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever.
Так.
In the coming months, Byzantium will be
Там є
sure to see
двері.
many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's
Ну
in
там мене не пропустять теж.
For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Так. Не вийде. Та давай. Ти що? Ну. Сюди ж застрибнув. О. Так. Ну таке. Ті-ті-тім. А мені? Куди вниз? А, якщо впав, тоді можна вилізти, нормально. Автомати, охорона.
Idiot's probably face down on the bar by now.
Так. Сюди, каже.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Що? Показав?
Oh, what are you doing here?
А ти? Так.
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Так.
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Може тут таке бути, може.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
Давай, пошукаємо.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
Так.
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
Ну, боїться він.
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins, a room full of murderous automechanicals, monsters hungry for human flesh, a hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Так. Не будемо загострити на цьому моменті. А мені сюди. А мені точно сюди? А, точно.
Real slick.
Охоронець вчасно пішов. Все? Я склад полутав. Мужик. Щось він затупив трохи. Добрий день. Не працюємо. В інше віконце.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment.
Давай.
Prosperous day.
Ага.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
Вона на рептилію схожа трошки.
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise. That's just a little parcel joke.
Ага.
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
Оце.
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble.
Нічого собі.
Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
На все добре, працюйте. Так. Ну все. Ікс. О-о-о. Так, тунелі. Посередник. Угу. Хвилинку. Це там, далі і нижче. А мені це не треба далі. Мені треба для початку сюди. Ми ж летіли все ж таки нашу дівчинку порваті. До іншої дівчинки віддаті. Так. Та бляха-муха, тут не пройдеш.
What's gone into Bachmeyer lately?
Now that he's posted at the HHC, he's too good for the rest of us grunts.
Окей.
Maybe we can lose some of his gear.
О, нічого собі. А тут що? Закрито і не працює. О! Грошики. І це я беру. І це теж. І тут можна залізти. А ну, стривай. Тю! Я думав тут... Ой. Теж мені річка. По яйця. І нащо мені та посилка була? Бляха, не пугай так. Хвилинку. Якщо ми прийшли до міністра. От паскудство, а. Він мене покаже на людину у доках там. А, міністр мені не покаже. З позначкою нічого собі. Ого! Там двері.
How did you get in here?
Міністр.
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain, that's the minister. Mr. Clark. Oh, wow.
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be all, then?
Так.
Stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly. Is this better? Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Ah,
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
винуватий попередник.
How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
Так.
Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth.
То ми вдаримо в саме центр, коротше, правління, колонії, нічого собі. Це вже повстання.
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Ну, я мав тебе знайти через іншу людину, яка живе там в якомусь іншому районі, десь там у доках, але я просто зайшов через двері, хоча мені треба, до цього була посилка, яка мені тепер нахер не треба, тому що я просто вломився. Капець якийсь. Все пішло не по плану, розробники не так планували.
Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and automechanicals, though. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
Окей.
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Я навіть не знаю. Не хочу знати, куди він її совав. Фу. Давай.
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here.
Та ладно.
There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
Прикол. То в сраку вони б залізли, а в книгу ні. Ну, в принципі, логічно.
Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
Нічого собі, ми подзвонимо на землю.
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their intervention. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the
Ну,
way
хоч
out
не 100
here is
років.
no mean feat. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis district.
Окей. Мені тепер треба звідси якось швиденько звалити нахер. Поки маскування не пропало. Давай. Ай, блядь. Так. Я вирвався, я... Часовий.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here, or...
Усього найкращого. Парваті, ми пішли вже. І нахіра мені та посилка треба була, щоб через нього пройти туди, я з іншого боку зайшов. Можна взагалі було через цей пройти. До речі. Нічого, скільки часу зекономив, ви уявляєте? Пішов би туди, шукав би якогось чувака, коротше. Там би ще лазив. Де тут? Ось вона. Я десь півгодини точно зекономив. Правда, я зараз десь їх стру в іншому місці, але все одно. Півгодини – це півгодини. Пішли для Парваті пошукаємо. Ох, нічого собі.
I once treated a lady who got her hand caught in the gears. Idiot was more worried about her rings than her fingers.
Да. Ні, ну город тут такий нормальний, не маленький. Так, мені нагору. Халтеон, Халтеон.
It's an orrery, and you say that every time.
It's strange, though. I thought Byzantium was the center of Halcyon.
That's a figure of speech.
I know that.
Ну, так, ну да, точно. Так, магазинчик. Парваті, твій час. Джолі курс Хабердашері. Готова? Пішли. Оу.
You with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Це тебе.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear.
Я таким не займаюсь на людях.
The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
Капець, ти заганяєшся.
Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
Ага. Міністр так і сказав.
Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into
Я ширинку не застебнув.
I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Та я таких історій тут натворив, бляха, мене вже півгалактики розшукає.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Так. Ага, давай це.
Oh, you cad. You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
No tall shoes, though. I mean it.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
Так.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
А, ось, нарешті.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
І все.
Darling, do I look like an amateur?
На глазок.
I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own.
Ну окей, давай. 6 косарів.
Now stand back. Back. I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour.
В неї лице, як от
And there we are,
кіберпанку
my
роблять.
darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Фіалочка, нічого собі тут нахвалюють. Так. А купити?
I can't wait to see those outfits.
If I do somehow drop dead in here, promise me you'll drag my corpse somewhere with monsters.
What can I do for you, darling?
Та ти що, як заливає до мене все. Я розтаяв.
For you, anything.
Так.
Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium. You're very welcome.
Так. Ні, ну це і так зрозуміло, де шукати. Поглянути. Угу. По-багатому. Жестяк, ляяка. Ти що? А, побалакати, іди сюди. Виходь.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time. I just have to actually do it now.
Ага.
You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the
Та
inside
твою
parts.
наліво.
They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
Я тебе приб'ю.
I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine.
Років через 50?
Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
Мені назад, каже, на корабель. Так. А в тебе? О, як у мене.
Move along.
Та ти що?
Something on your mind?
Так, цієї більше нічого нема. А де? А, о.
Oh, Captain, you see those fine clothes Miss Jolliker made for me? I ain't never owned anything so fancy in my life.
А Гаргоні, та ту Гаргона. В неї там є... Хоча там нічого цікавого, мабуть, і нема. Так. Скільки у нас ще часу? Ух ти, бляха. Ну, ми, в принципі, вложилися в серію навіть, нормально. Я думав, я не встигну. Так, а тут що? Білінгса... Що? Ресторанчик. Та ти що, дискотека, а? Ух, аж глазам погано стало. Так. Нема персонажів. Тривай. Охоронець. Зим'ям.
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
Так. Туалет шукає.
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony.
Дивись, щоб не звільнили.
That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
О, ключ.
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed.
А можна
to
подивитись?
Minister Clark's
Ніколи не
residence.
бачу.
It's all very high level.
На, давай.
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum
То ми вже друзі.
vodka for a new pal?
Продався за пляшку горілки. Спектральної.
Oh, he's medium height with like medium colored hair and like a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
Так.
Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's very important.
Спектрально. А в тебе є спектрально? А нам любу спектральну? Дайте спектральну.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
Ага.
How curious. I was just wondering after Rachel myself.
Так. Це ту, кому ми маємо вбити, здається, картографа.
Quite so. She's especially fond of near maple liqueurs. But I suppose there's no accounting for taste. She's a common enough sight during the evening hours. Occasionally she'll stop by for a cordial in the afternoon.
Так.
I do. Unfortunately, Rachel doesn't want to be found.
А гроші не
I'm
допоможуть?
honor-bound to keep her location a secret. Or no, not honor-bound, the other thing.
О!
Paid, yes. I'm paid to keep her location a secret. Can you make me a better offer?
Я як знав. Серйозно. Давай.
Much appreciated. Thank you for your patronage. Ms. Lockwood can be found hiding in the service tunnels.
Всі шляхи ведуть в тунелі.
You'll have to take a service elevator. I'd recommend a change of shoes when you're done.
А водку? Нема в тебе водки? Ай. Автоматон не продасть. Зачинено. Угу. А тут? На вулицю. Шипучка, сік. Хлопці? Лікер. Ні. Гівно це не водка. В них теж не водка. О! Шипучка. Я таку вже взяв. Так, і тут... Ага, а ну стривай. Таку будеш? Чувак?
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before?
Ну давай.
Here's to me.
Хіроти.
Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding?
Зараз там була ще одна.
You got another?
Зараз принесу. Не відходь. Хвилиночку. Не знав, що ти такий прожера. Казали, беріть дві одразу, щоб потім не бігати. Ні.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before? It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Так. Все?
Oh,
Так, це я читав.
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
Ще одна. У мене нема. А ну, стривай.
Oh, maybe they got some at the bar.
Він не продає. Ти продаєш?
What can I do for you? Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. My automechanical assistant does all the work for me.
Асистенти офіціанта. Розумію. Точніше, бармена. Все. Питань нема. Ти. Залізяка. Іди сюди. Ти. Алло. Ой, хамло. Гівно не заведені. А, це ти. Давай.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
Наливай. Так. Пиво. Лагер. Я завжди кажу лагер на лагер. А скільки йому... Давай всі. Беремо. Я зараз цього чувака спаю нахер. Іди сюди. Підставляй.
Hey, buddy. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that.
Отож.
Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good.
Не на мене.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
Так. Готов. Що ж. 3 пляшки грі. Я так і думав, що треба 3. Але на всяк випадок купив ще. Ну, нехай буде. Продамо. Так. Тепер нам... Що? Там були, тут були, усюди були. Закати у вас, в принципі, нормальні. Peelingless Inebration. Ну окей. Що ж, серія вийшла доволі цікаво. Мені навіть сподобалось. Тому пропоную зараз її завершити. І підемо далі вже подивимось, що там куди. Ну, нам сказали у тунелі, причому там одразу 3 квести туди ведуть. Скіпнувся один такий собі проміжний варіант, який нахер не треба був. Ну, ці приколи, що просто, коротше, захерились одновременно і посилка, і чувака в доках захерили, просто, ну, не знаю, вони там нафіг не треба насправді виявились. Просто зайшов через ці двері і все. Коротше, це для тих, кому ліньки шукати, а там для тих, кому цікаво погуляти. Що ж, на цьому дякую за перегляд. Зустрінемось в наступній серії. Бувайте!